reach everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. Most of all, hit that like button and please comment. Josh Taylor, yes, undisputed champion of the world. He must get his respect. You understand me? You must put some respect on Josh Taylor's name. He done went out there and he done did things that some of the legendary fighters in the Hall of Fame who are going have not done. Him and Terence Crawford being undisputed. You also got to involve Alexander Usyk. These are the fighters of our generation, who have went out there and did the most important thing in boxing, and that's to be undisputed. But Josh Taylor, both with top rank, Terence Crawford and Josh Taylor, keeps mentioning Terence Crawford's name. Is he ready for that smoke? That's my question to y'all out here. No bias talk, no racism on this channel. We keep it 100% boxing. And in my opinion, I say hell no. No. Crawford is on another level. I've been watching you, Josh Taylor. You are something serious. You are something to deal with. You make opponents fight the way that you fight, which is smart. That's how you beat most of the fighters. That's how you had a close fight with Regis Prograis. Also did it to Jose Ramirez. But I found out your weakness, and I know how to beat you. And I hope that you know that Terence Crawford has more than one trainer, and Bo Mac damn near enough himself. So, he going to have two different people to point out what I've already seen about you, Josh Taylor. And you are a hell of a fighter. It's very difficult to beat you because you're very smart, you have power, you can move, you have everything in your arsenal to beat a Terence Crawford. But I saw what you can't do. Now, his weakness is, Josh Taylor, is the fact that Josh Taylor, once you put a jab in front of his face, you can basically attack Josh Taylor. If you watch Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor, you will see that for 3 rounds straight. 3 rounds straight. When Jose Ramirez started using his jab, it was better to pick off his shots on Josh Taylor and hit Josh Taylor. But after them 3 rounds, for some reason, Josh Taylor, pushed his style on Ramirez even more, and Ramirez wanted to go into a slugging match with Josh Taylor. And that's how Josh Taylor beat you. Josh Taylor bread and butter is getting you close to him and fighting in a close zone. And that's his bread and butter, and that's why he beats everybody. He tricked Regis Prograis doing the same thing. If Regis Prograis probably wouldn't have went that route with him and played distance, created distance with a jab, come in every now and then on him, that probably would have been a total different fight. Even though some people think, that Regis Prograis was robbed. I say it was a close fight, but on the highlights, I didn't watch the entire fight. On the highlights, I seen Josh getting off more than Regis Prograis. That's just the highlights. It could have been biased highlights. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole fight. Maybe that's something I need to do, but basically I did see Regis Prograis being tricked into playing his game, and that's why it was even close as it was. Now, the thing with Terence Crawford, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, Josh Taylor. Terence Crawford is not one-dimensional. He can throw a jab from southpaw. He can throw a jab from orthodox. And plus, one thing I know Terence won't forget to do against Josh Taylor is to keep that jab out there, knowing that Josh Taylor has a weakness when the jab is thrown. I can't really go back into why it was that I saw him, couldn't do anything with Ramirez when he was throwing the jab, but I literally saw him, losing rounds. I guess that's because, even though I'm not saying Josh Taylor can box, Josh Taylor can box, but it's like once you create distance with him, I guess he becomes frustrated or confused. I guess he don't really like to box, up in front of each other or up close. I think he just likes to grind on you and work. And so I think that the jab really stops him from coming in and being able to do what he wants. So I think that's why, for 3 rounds, my rear ass was beating him. But Josh Taylor, a hell of a fighter. Like I said, I take nothing away from him, man. He going to bring that smoke. It will be a good fight, but I know for a fact Terence will beat Josh Taylor. He will beat Josh Taylor. Terence Crawford is not a Jose Ramirez. Terence Crawford is not a Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to come with his best game if he out here thinking that he just gonna go and beat up on Terence Crawford. But it's still a hell of a fight because it's two undisputed, one undisputed, one former undisputed champion. Both of them no losses. So that will be a big fight. I can't say I can't wait to see that. I would rather see other fights for Terence Crawford. He's gonna be fighting in October. He's supposed to be coming back in October, but I'm looking forward to Spence fights, Pacquiao fights, Yugas fight, Thurman fights. I don't think. How you doing, Pedro? I don't think that right now is the right time for him to be, you know, going at Josh Taylor. But from the way it look, as we all know, don't none of them want to fight Terence Crawford, so that might be the next best thing for him. But Josh Taylor got a lot of mandatories. Josh Taylor talking about he got to fight somebody named damn, I can't think his name. I can't think of his name, but the guy in Scotland too. And, he said he happy that the guy from overseas like that so he could fight at home. But he also thinking that in his mind he will be able to fight Terrence overseas too, which I very much doubt. Which I know Terrence won't have no problem. Terrence went overseas and beat up on Ricky Burns, so he ain't gonna have no fight problem going over there with Josh Taylor. But at the same time, A side, B side, hands down, Terrence win it. Hands down, Terrence win it. Terrence has accomplished more, done more in the sport of boxing, been a champion in multiple divisions. Even though Josh Taylor has been undisputed right now, but he still has not accomplished more than Terrence Crawford. So as far as him thinking that fight is going to be in the UK, I think he just dreaming. Or you never know how Bob Arum is. Bob Arum's so shisty. And then we got to first of all, the biggest thing we got to wonder about, even with this fight, is if Terrence still gonna be with Top Rank, which I doubt. I hope he really does not go back to Bob Arum. Uh, I don't know what the issue is going on. That none of us really know what the issue is. We could speculate, we could talk all we goddamn want. Nobody knows what's really going on behind the scenes. All I know is I want to see Terence Crawford become undisputed at 147. That's all I want to see. Now y'all know Keith Thurman my favorite fighter, but Keith Thurman ain't doing nothing but talking, ain't getting in no ring. Behind him, I like Terence Crawford. I like Tevin Farmer. I like Regis Prograis. I like a lot of fighters, but Terence bring that fire. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman bringing that fight. Actually, I think that the biggest fight at welterweight is not Spence versus Crawford. It is for payday and what people been waiting on. But I think the best fight, the best fight at welterweight is Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford. To me, orthodox styles. Terence can switch. Uh, Keith Thurman, his style is crazy. You never know how he throwing his punches. He can box. Terence can box. Terrence a little bit unorthodox in his fighting style itself, so that would be the great fight to me. But Josh Taylor, you need to hold your horses. You need to first see if Terrence is gonna stay with Bob Arum. Then we could go and talk about this fight. But until then, Josh, you just grabbing for straws. You know what I'm saying? You grabbing for clean air, but I can respect it because you want to go out there and fight the best, which you have. And there's one thing we got to respect Josh Taylor for is trying to go out there and fight the best. At least he ain't got these titles now, and he want to go and cherry pick around and do the Canelo Alvarez, do the Javante Davis, and all that bullshit. He want to go out there and be great. So Josh Taylor, I salute you for that and keep doing what you're doing. But I just feel like Terrence is too much for you. I just feel like Terrence is too much for him. He a hell of a fighter. Josh Taylor could probably beat half of the top welterweights out there. Half of the top welterweights out there, he could beat. I guarantee y'all that. Just from his style, from the way he thinks. Uh, how you doing? Yeah, but just from his style and the way he thinks and fights in the ring, I got him. But this is Easy Work Boxing, man. Thank y'all for y'all time. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please donate to the channel. If you can't donate monetarily, you can donate by sharing the videos and mentioning my name on other boxing platforms. And y'all just stay tuned, hit that like button, and comment. It's easy work. I'm out.